What's good? You're in here with Aaron Stafford, and these are the Leroy Pippen Chronicles. We franchise tendered him. All analysts think Luke Joeckel out of Texas A&M, the offensive tackle, is going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs at the number 1 spot. And I just don't see how that's going to work out. I think you bring Luke Joeckel in, Brandon Albert, he's going to get pissed off, and he's not going to want to play. I think he's the type of guy who will just stop. He just won't cooperate. I think he has kind of a diva attitude, I feel like. He's come out and he says some things about how he's not moving positions and everything. And so either John Dorsey needs to make a decision to trade him or to go ahead and take someone else other than an offensive lineman in the draft. That way you don't get him all angered up and everything. Because Brandon Albert, he's a good player. He's a arguably probably top 10. I wouldn't put him in top 10 offensive tackles. I'd put him in top 15, though, for sure. I mean, he's really solid. He does a good job. He gets beat sometimes. But I feel like that might be a little bit on the quarterback not being able to get the ball out on time. Matt Castle, Brady Quinn, both whom were garbage. And so the draft, I don't know what they're going to do. My gut tells me they're probably going to end up taking Luke Joeckel out of Texas A&M. I would love for them to take Geno Smith, though. Man, Geno Smith, he probably shouldn't be a top 10 pick, probably. But in this league, you need a quarterback to be great. You need a quarterback to win. And I don't think Alex Smith is that answer. Geno Smith, he's the type of quarterback that Andy Reid likes. He's accurate, got a strong arm. He's a little bit like Donovan McNabb coming out of Syracuse, to be honest. I feel like people thought Andy Reid reached on Donovan McNabb back when he went to Philadelphia. And if they take Geno Smith, everyone will say it's a reach. The thing is, though, Geno Smith, he has everything you need. All Geno Smith needs is a little bit of NFL coaching, and he could be great. All the analysts saying that he's not good enough, or he doesn't have the work ethic, or he's got a bad attitude. His bad attitude, I like it. I like his bad attitude, because when he does something bad, he gets pissed off. That's what I want. I want a guy who wants to do big things, and I want a guy who's going to try to make everybody better around him. I want a guy who expects a lot out of himself, and I feel like Geno Smith is that guy. I feel like he's got all the skill in the world. He's got all the potential in the world, and I feel like he's willing to work to get to be one of the top quarterbacks in the game. And quite frankly, I think Oakland will take him at the number 3 spot. I really do. I think Oakland will pull the trigger on him. And I have this fear that Geno Smith's going to come into Arrowhead and beat the Kansas City Chiefs in an Oakland Raider uniform, and that would just be a disaster for John Dorsey. Imagine that. John Dorsey sitting up there in his suite, seeing a guy he passed on come in, throw 5 touchdowns. Man, I don't know. I think Geno is the answer. I really do. Another guy that's flying under the radar, I feel like, possible 2nd-round steal, maybe even a 3rd round. I don't know, though, because he's a quarterback, and quarterbacks are really needed in the NFL. So I feel like someone might take him earlier than 3rd round. I mean, possibly in the 1st round. I really don't see it happening, though. And that's E.J. Manuel out of Florida State. That dude, he's got a cannon. He can throw a ball like 70 yards, flat-footed. And, I mean, he's good size, great size. He's got everything you need. I think Geno Smith is more mobile, to be honest. I think Geno Smith is more accurate, to be honest. But if, say, John Dorsey does take Luke Jokel and then somehow trades Brandon Albert or somehow receives a second-round pick from another team, I mean, why not take a chance on E.J. Manuel? I've heard all the Ryan Nassib talk, people saying Ryan Nassib's going to be the best quarterback to come out of this draft. Yeah, right. Give me a break. Dude's garbage. Hey, but I would take E.J. Manuel in that second round if we had a pick. I think he fits the mold of a Andy Reid offense as well. But my thing is, the Chiefs, I feel like they have never taken that next step necessary. I feel like they're always one step behind. We come in this year, we have Alex Smith, Dwayne Bowe on the offensive side of the ball, which, in my opinion, in the NFL, in today's NFL, I think the offense is what is going to make a team win or lose games. You saw what happened in San Francisco, how they weren't able to they weren't able to go to a Super Bowl, just heavily relying on the defense. But then suddenly they have an offense that could put up 30 points a game, and then all of a sudden they are a Super Bowl team who, quite frankly, the last play of the Super Bowl where Michael Crabtree got held, I mean, they throw the flag there. San Francisco probably wins that game, to be honest. But anyway, you need an offense to win. I just don't think Alex Smith is the answer. Not in this division. We have Peyton Manning to keep up with, who now has Wes Welker from New England, which is, it just seems like if you're going to pick a team to play on Madden, or to play with on Madden, you're going to pick the Denver Broncos, I feel like, because what don't they have? Willis McGahee will be back. If he's not, they still have Noshawn Moreno. They have Peyton Manning, Demaryius Thomas, Wes Welker, Eric Decker. It just seems like it's almost like a fantasy squad. It's just not even fair. And then John Dorsey's counter to that was Alex Smith.